Hey everybody, it's been a minute. So I am here on a very special day. It is my 2-year sober-versary, and it happened to coincide with a collab I'm doing with the Hunt and Gather Dry Foods cocktail kit. Now there are several Hunt and Gather Dry Foods items that I've been putting on Instagram, but I wanted to save the cocktail kit for some mocktail action because it takes a little more effort to figure out a mocktail, all right? So we're gonna do this. There's directions on the back. You basically add 12 ounces of whatever liquor you want. In this choice, I would go for vodka in my drinking days because the orange, lemon, vanilla bean, I think vodka would go well, maybe rum. Refrigerate for 3 days to infuse. So I've done that. But instead of putting the vodka in, I used OJ. You wouldn't be able to tell though, because it's very burgundy, which I assume is because of not only the hibiscus and rose, but also because the sugar cube was dyed with beetroot. So I'm going to put it into this container, straining it out. So let's see how this goes, shall we? Holy cow, y'all, this color is beautiful. All right, so now I'm a very frugal lady. I'm not gonna make you watch as I squeeze every last drop out of this, but I'm just letting the frugal friends that I have know that I'm not done with this, okay? But for now, you will see that there are some things that were strained out of the top. So that goes behind closed doors. Now I feel very Cersei Lannister holding this goblet on my 2-year sober-versary. So I'm just gonna taste this as is. I wanna glare at Tyrion Lannister right now. Oh my goodness. Chantal, girl, hold on. All right, so imagine like a fruit punch on steroids. So I put, the only juice that I had, full disclosure, was orange. And I was a little concerned because I was like, orange juice isn't my favorite. This cut down the acidity of the orange juice so much. It's sweet. There's like this hint of like, it's gotta be the berry coming out. Oh, it's just so good. Okay, so I'm going to turn this into some cocktails, mocktails. But all you have to do to replace the M with a C is add some booze, and that's easy enough. All right, so I am going to pour most of this in here. Oh, I don't want to lose a drop. All right, so with this remaining, I'm going to make a Arnold Palmer-ish drink. So we have our goblet. We have sun tea. Now this sun tea is also from Hunt and Gather, but I will say this sun tea was not actually, it didn't live its truest life by getting some sunshine. It actually steeped overnight in my refrigerator because it's raining a lot here. So it would have turned into rain tea. This is some strawberry lemonade. Just gonna add that to the party. Okay, so let's see what this biz is all about. I should probably stir you, right? That would be the elegant thing to do, even though I am getting some of this juice on this napkin, which makes me sad, not for the napkin, but for my taste buds, because I want to keep all of it. Hold on. Okay, so my theory was correct. This tea, I must say, is very mellow, but it has a lot of flavor to it. So it's a black tea. Sometimes black teas, in my opinion, can be a little like strong and kind of take over all the other flavors, but not so here. Here there is definitely a fruit explosion. So this Arnold Palmer with a little bit of this cocktail kit, chef's kiss, A+. All right. Get that bad boy out of the way. Now, I do want to make a mocktail, using one of my favorite, okay, so I love cocktail glasses. I missed them when I stopped drinking, I got rid of them, and they're just so cute. I love them. And they actually, how you prepare a drink, the glass matters. So I'm gonna get some ice. Stay tuned. I'm back. Okay. So I have some fun ice cubes in here. Some are shaped like strawberries. But the idea with this is you want to put enough ice cubes in to make them go almost to the top. I swear to you, this ice box is like Pee-wee's Playhouse. This one is shaped like a bear. Ay, ay, ay. I just have a lot of fun with ice cubes. Okay, one more bear. Boop. All right, so there's our ice. Now, I am going to use some Clean, which is a sparkling yerba mate. I love this. First of all, it's a soberversary, so I feel like Clean is a good thing to celebrate because 50% of their profits go to addiction recovery. It's also so tasty. So it's basically purified sparkling water, but they add some yerba mate tea to it as well as some fruity notes. So, checking how much I have. All right, I'm gonna do a 1/4 cup here. Perfect. All right, so I did a 1/4 cup of our mocktail. Now, Clean yerba mate is very refreshing. It has like a sparkle to it, but it's not like Topo Chico strong sparkle. And the flavor is light, but it's good. It has a little bit of that citrus nose that hits the back of your jawbone, you know what I'm talking about? All right. Now that looks beautiful as is. However, let's get a little cray here. Put a strawberry in there. Now first, I want to try it separated. Okay, that's really good because like what happens, it reminds me of a Shirley Temple. So you get the thickness of the cocktail mix below, kind of like when you would have a Shirley Temple and you'd have grenadine, and then the sparkle happens at the end. Dang, this is good. And yerba mate has caffeine in it. So this would be a good like day cocktail when like your friends are rallying and you're like, whoa, this is gonna be an adventure. Need to caffeine up. So delish, again, Clean yerba mate, love. The final cocktail. Now, a coupe glass, generally speaking, when you use a coupe glass, you want to use a shaker cup. All the ingredients are cold enough to where that's not going to be necessary. However, I do want to get some ingredients, so stay tuned. So here's what I got. So I made a skewer of these blueberries because there's blueberry in the tea, but I froze it so that way you don't need ice, because as I had mentioned, when you use a coupe glass, generally speaking, you use a shaker cup with the ice, and then there's kind of like this beautiful, almost like crispy little ice, little crystals near the top. We're not going to do that because we are instead going to put first the cocktail mix, then some of this delicious tea, and then just a little dash of these bitters. So bitters are a cocktail ingredient that you can still use in mocktails. They are not against the rules. And I love all the accoutrement that comes with a cocktail. I just think it's fun to be able to have those things. And then you can, first of all, display it like this. Beautiful, right? But this is why I did this. You can put it in the glass, and then it helps keep the drink cool. So, y'all, this might be the best one. I'm trying to figure out if it's because I'm obsessed with the coupe glass or if it's because these flavors are just so spot on. Y'all, this is a good one. So, bottom line, if you would like to have a mocktail, you should totally have a mocktail. There's a lot of ways you can do that, okay? So first of all, this one I'm calling the coupe de beurre because it's in a coupe glass and I'm beurre. This one I'm gonna call the 730 sparkler because it has been 730 days sans alcohol for this girl. So cheers to that. And this guy over here, Arnold Palmer, I think. Oh my goodness, they're all good. Okay, so bottom line. Let's put some of this clean in here so you can see that. No, they're not paying me. Some Hunter and Gather. We're collabing. Look, it's totally fine if you don't want to have a cocktail sometimes. Even if you want to have cocktails sometimes you want to break. Mocktails are where it's at. Why? Number one, you still get fun little accoutrements that go with it, right? These frozen blueberries are gonna keep this drink chilly because I still gotta take pictures of this cuteness. Number two, you still get to drink out of fun straws. You still get to have a Cersei Lannister vibe if you wish. The flavors in this are insane. I wish that I was good enough to explain exactly every flavor note that hits. I will say the strongest notes are in the coupe, which makes sense because in a mocktail, the coupe glass is smaller, right? The flavors generally in an actual cocktail would be stronger, and there's no ice to water it down. The sparkler has ice to water it down. It also has the yerba mate involved. This one has more tea, so the tea waters it down. So it's concentrated most in this, but all of these are delicious. I feel like this one I would personally want to have on a day where it's super hot, but any of these are delightful. So I'm gonna stop rambling about mocktails. I'm gonna turn off that camera. I'm gonna drink all these. I'm going to be very, very hydrated. And then because I'm super cheap, I'm gonna just drink the rest of this. Because look at that, look at that, look at that. That's at least 1.3 mocktails. I'm not wasting it. All right, thanks for hanging with me, y'all. I missed you, and I'll make another video soon, I promise. Bye.